Beta Day 20. The people, this your boy Vyyper, the man about tech, and the captain of Team Apple.
Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. How are you guys doing today? Also, the light is going to be a tad different right now. I'm doing some different thingamabobs. My audio should be on. My audio is on. So, hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. How are you guys doing today? I still need to get a pop-out chat for me. Personally, I can't read the chat right now. So, yeah. So, welcome to the live stream. Today, I am with Vyyper. What's up, Vyyper? How are you doing today? This is going to be the first live stream where it's going to be a dual live stream. So, I have this idea where basically what I do is every other week, the weeks that I have the conversation with podcasts, is I will also do not an interview, but like a live stream with a fellow creator on the platform. So first one is going to be with Vyyper. How are you doing today, my man?
Gee, I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So I think the live stream should be good. So there's a few things that we have ready to talk about today. Isn't that right?
Yeah, get into it, man.
Yeah,
give the people what they want.
Yep. So firstly, if you want to introduce yourself, for the people who don't know who you are, links to Vyyper's YouTube channel will be in the description down below. But as we know, you're the captain of Team Apple. But introduce yourself. Who are you? You know, what's your story? What's your shtick?
Well, some of you may or may not know, I am Vyyper, the man about tech, the captain of Team Apple. I just started doing YouTube back in January of 2018, this year, and I recently just hit 500 subscribers. So my man Paulie G asked me on the stream, so here I am. I am present and ready to roll.
That's awesome, dude. I'm ready to roll too. This is exciting, and you know I've never done a dual live stream, and it's stoked. I'm stoked. You're stoked. We're all stoked. So let's welcome to the chat, everyone. What's up, Billy Walter T? What's up, Latif, John TL, Zach Talks Tech? Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing today? So. First thing, let's get off the bat. One of the first things we want to talk about today, we're going to talk about the whole Linus Tech Tips scenario, since Vyyper here made a whole bunch of videos about it and it went semi-viral. Got like, I think 3,000 views now, is that right?
Almost 5,000 now.
5,000, dang. That's
almost.
That's crazy, man. So what are your favorite Apple products and just products in general? That was something that we wanted to chat about. Just, you know, just as we're both tech people, like, you know, what's your faves?
Well, right now, I'll probably have to say the AirPods, obviously, because these AirPods are completely legit. These are probably the best product Apple has made in the last 3 to 4 years, bar none. And then besides the AirPods, obviously, you got the iPhone 10, which I carry with me pretty much at all times. So definitely the AirPods and the iPhone 10, and that's how the captain of Team Apple rocked out.
Yeah, man, I have to agree with you on that. The AirPods seem amazing. They're on my wish list. They're on my wish list. So those are awesome. So what was the other thing that we wanted to get into before the did we get anything else? I think we're just going to go to the Linus Tech Tips whole scenario. So what is your view on that? Like what's your view on that? Because we saw your video and it kind of went semi-viral and everything everything went down because John shared your video and then I got a whole bunch of views and then the creator of awesomeness and everything like that. So your view is really more in the middle, and I kind of have to agree with your view because I feel like John was extremely like to the point of, you know, he's totally in the wrong, and I feel like Drew was totally in the Apple camp, and I feel like you're more in the middle line. So like what's your view of what should have happened with this computer?
Oh, so here's what I think. As the captain of Team Apple, a person who owns multiple Apple products, I feel like Apple was pretty much wrong in this situation. If you release a brand new iMac Pro and somebody needs to have service on it only 3 months after it launches, I feel like you should have parts on deck available to give that man if you don't want to service it yourself, because they said that he violated, well, a lot of people were talking about how he violated their terms of service by opening it up. Okay, fine. If you're not going to repair it yourself, give him an avenue to get it repaired. If you give him the parts, or I know some people said that they suggested him going to a third party, but half the third party people aren't even certified to take care of the iMac Pro because the iMac Pro program wasn't even updated per se. So I just feel like Apple could have did a better job helping out Linus, but he was wrong for opening it up. But at the same time, if that's a $5,000 machine that he brought with his own money, he has to have some type of avenue to get it repaired. Even if Apple doesn't want to do it themselves, give that man an avenue. And I feel like they failed in giving him an avenue.
Yeah, totally. I totally agree with that. So how did the whole video go viral? Like, I know John shared it, but like I feel like you tweeted it, and then I replied to your tweet and tagged Taylosive, and then everyone, it was like a firestorm for you.
Well, actually, before I even did the video, I put my thoughts out on Twitter. And when I was tweeting about it, I said that Linus got screwed. I was like, I didn't feel like Drew's video completely addressed the situation as a whole because it was kind of one-sided. So after I went back and I actually watched Linus' video, I'm like, actually, he kind of got screwed in this situation. So as I was tweeting out my thoughts about it, then somehow John from Front Page Tech got involved. Then I think you tweeted Drew, and then Drew got involved. And it became this whole big Twitter firestorm. So I'm like, all right, we're all talking about this. Let me go back as the captain of Team Apple and make a video with my video about it. Make a video with my response, and then John seemed to like my video, and then he shared it on the channel, and it just blew up from there.
Yeah, I mean, what I think is crazy about it is that it was just like I didn't mean to like get Drew into like this big debate phase, but it was like he was on there firing, and he doesn't normally reply to tons of Twitter messages. And what I thought was interesting is that you tweeted that, and then when Drew got involved, a whole bunch of other people got involved as well. You had people on Drew's side, you had people from Drew's channel commenting, yep. And what also blew my mind was that like each reply had like at least 5 likes, no matter who it was. Like it was crazy. Like I've never seen a Twitter debate that was like so lively in such like a small community. And I thought that was crazy, because I've had Twitter debates. I mean, we've all had Twitter debates, but like right. I've had some weird Twitter debates before, and I was like, well, I was impressed with the Twitter debate, man. I was impressed with the Twitter debate. So chat, if you want to chat stuff up, we can talk about whatever is in the chat. We have a few other things that we can kind of bring up, talk about. I kind of want to, do like a small interview with you, because I didn't tell you this, but I would also love to have you on the Conversation with podcast when you're a little bit bigger, just because right now I think you've kind of just started with your YouTube career, quote unquote, and I kind of want to progress that a little bit longer, so there's a little bit more to like talk about since those live streams are a little bit longer. But also, guys, just so you guys know, there is going to be a new Conversation with podcast with Drew from Tailosive Tech coming this next Monday. Not this Monday, the next Monday. So the 30th of April. It's going to be lit. It's a little bit shorter than John's. John talked for a while, which is great. Love him for that. But Drew's is, I think, 40 minutes or something. So it's going to be awesome. So let's read some of the chat. So what software am I streaming with? John TL, I stream with OBS. This took a while to figure out how to do just because it was just, I'm used to just doing myself, and I've never done a stream with another person, so, yeah, it was a lot of cropping, and Vyyper knows that it was literally, like, the seconds before the live stream that I finally got it running. It was pretty bad. I cut myself way too close, like, I've realized that, like Fortnite, let's just bring up Fortnite really quickly. So there's like a storm in Fortnite, and it like goes up, and I'm always like just at the last second doing everything. So it's just my shtick. Moliko is watching, not listening. Moliko, how do you watch a live stream and not listen to it? Does that make any sense to you? It doesn't make any sense. Like, come on, Moliko. Come on, get back to watching the live stream. Dude, what are you doing? What's more important than the live stream? L. Jeffy Reviews says he did, and he has a whole response video coming soon. I did not know Linus is having a response video coming soon. That's awesome.
Linus is going to bring the pain, and I cannot wait.
I can't wait to watch that, too. Do you think you're going to do it like a reaction or something to it? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think I covered everything I needed to cover in my video, so I think I'm pretty set with that.
I agree. It's just I feel like I also feel like is this something that I think that Zach brought up is that I feel like in the tech community this is so like everyone's talking about it that I feel like we kind of just want to get it over with. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many people that are bringing up how like doing this, and it's so annoying. That you know, everyone, I swear, it was just like when the Samsung S9 came out, everyone in the tech space made a video about that. And the Dyson vacuums, every tech YouTuber ever had a Dyson vacuum to review. It's just kind of like, I feel like that's in the same situation. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with that. Did you see Drew's response video by any chance to John's?
I saw his sit down where he like to clarify what he was talking about, and I thought that was a very well done video. So
yeah,
I appreciated Drew backing up his. I appreciated Drew following up his original video with a more candid video. Yeah,
did you agree with what he was saying though? Like I'm still kind of a little bit lost on the whole like if Drew's still right from the thing, or if he's wrong, or like do you still disagree with him, or do you think what he brought up is more agreeable?
Okay, so Drew's whole point, regardless of which video you watch, is that Linus should have never opened up the iMac Pro.
Okay, I agree with that.
And once he opened it up, he pretty much voided out any service that Apple could offer. And I guess technically that is true according to the Apple terms of service. But as I keep saying, if you're not going to service it yourself, give him an avenue to get it repaired. How does a company going to tell you that you have a $5,000 paperweight?
Yeah, seriously,
serious?
Yeah.
Like I said in my video, if I take my computer into Apple to get repaired, even though I violated the TOS and they don't give me a clear avenue to get it fixed, even if they can't do it themselves, they gonna get these hands, man. They gonna get these hands.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Ridiculous.
Like, I agree that he shouldn't have opened the computer, but then it's also like it happens. But I agree. Like, especially if you have a $5,000 computer, Apple should fix it. I mean, they should. Like, I mean, and the whole thing that I was upset about is the whole they don't have a pro support team. Like,
that's what John was saying. They don't have any type of support team in place.
Yeah.
But
even if it was under warranty, it doesn't sound like they have it.
Which is even more egregious because it's a $5,000 base price computer and it's been out for 3 months and they have And they have no support team in place. Are you serious, Apple?
I know, and they announced it at the beginning of last year. Like they've known about this for how long? And you know what I'm saying? Like it's just so like they need to get on that. You know what I'm saying? So
I think both sides were kind of in the wrong. But Apple definitely needs to find a way to better handle that situation in the future going forward.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like there needs to be more of a middle ground, and Apple needs to. I feel like especially with the Pro line, because the more consumer Apple products, nobody's opening them. But like, I feel like they might need to like figure out their warranty a little bit more for like the Pro line, because some of the pros that know what they're doing are going to be opening up their computer possibly.
And the thing that Drew said is that what he said that not many people are buying the Pros. It doesn't matter. Somebody's buying it. And for the people who do buy it, you have to have an avenue for them to get it fixed.
That's like saying you buy the most expensive car, but there's only like 3 of them available, so you're not able to get support on it.
Right.
You're not able to get support on your new car because there's only 3 other people there. Like that's so dumb. That's the dumbest thing ever.
It's like buying a Bugatti but not having any repair facilities on the planet to repair your Bugatti. That's not possible.
That's stupid. That's straight up so dumb. That's so dumb. Let's see. Let's read some of the chat. Vyyper is correct. I agree with him. Apple should have a clear process to tell consumers what Apple can and cannot do. I agree with that, especially because of the reasoning wasn't we can't do your product. The reasoning was we don't have the product. We don't have the replacement. Like the reasoning wasn't just because, you know, it doesn't fit under the warranty. That wasn't the reasoning. If it was the warranty, it would have. Oh my gosh.
They said HQ wouldn't send the parts. Why would HQ not send the parts if you don't have the parts?
I know. That's so dumb. So, Krilly HD says, "Hey Paul, Fid here. I've been loving your daily videos. Thanks, man. I'm glad you've been loving my daily videos. I love that you love the daily videos." Wow, that was kind of meta, but okay. Slyniz, how you doing, Slyniz? I've been seeing you on the stream here. He says, I'm going to start doing Unity game development tutorials pretty soon. Wish me luck. Also, graphic design stuff. That is awesome, Slyniz. I'm glad you're getting into the whole making YouTube stuff. You know, as Vyyper knows, he started making videos in December, but since he started doing daily, everything has surged for him, and I can definitely attest to that as well. Let us see. What's up, Randy Vasquez? How you doing, Randy? What's up, my man, Randy Vasquez? I need to get you on one of these live streams, my man, Randy. Yeah, man. Yeah, totally. Krilly says, where do I get music for your videos? I get music from 2 places. One, Randy Vasquez, my man, and also Epidemic Sound for the beginning tracks of like the live stream and stuff like that. But I get my main music from my YouTube channel from Randy Vasquez, the man, the legend, the myth, the legend, Randy Vasquez. He is a savage, an amazing dude, and he's great. So yeah. Let's see. Do a tutorial on how to do duo live stream with OBS. It's actually pretty simple. Vyyper's on Skype over here, and basically what I have done is just record the Skype call and also just crop out part of it, half of it, so it works well there. So yeah, it's pretty simple. If you want to DM me, I can teach you, but it wouldn't really fit like channel wise to do it, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. He gets the music from me. That's right, Randy, I do get the music from you. Yes, Randy is a great guy and makes some great music as well. L. Jeffy says, can't afford the S9 or a Dyson. Hashtag broke life. Same dude. I still have an iPhone 7. I love my iPhone 7. Not going to upgrade for a few more years, I don't think. I mean, Vyyper, do you think there's any reason for me to upgrade my iPhone 7?
Later this year, yes. Right now, no.
I don't know. I don't want to upgrade it, man. I just don't want to. I don't really want to upgrade it, man. I just. Also, by the way, what do you think about new iPads? Do you think they're gonna give some new iPad Pros this year?
Yeah, usually iPads are yearly refresh, so there's definitely new iPads coming. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk of Face ID coming to iPads. I'm not really sure how practical that is, but it'll be interesting if Apple decides to go that route.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't really know. So let's see. Why don't you get Super Chat? This is something that I have to literally mention in every single solitary one. I I don't get super chat until I get monetized.
YouTube is hating on him. That's why he doesn't get super chat.
Yeah, YouTube hates
is
me.
Hating.
I wish I could get super chat, but I swear I get this every week, but it just until I get those 4,000 hours. So keep watching the live stream, guys, and then you'll be able to super chat. Paul Tech says, new to this channel, found you from El Jefe Reviews. Awesome, Paul Tech. Glad you were able to join on. We're fellow Pauls, so that's lit. Hey, what's up, bro? You guys are doing that. Randy Vasquez, just subscribe. We'll check out your stuff after the live stream. Randy Vasquez is amazing. He's a great dude. Audio's not working super great. Yep, I fixed it out in the thingamabob. Randy says, what's up, Zach Talk Tech? What up, Mike Vanduzzi? Thanks for the sub, but we'll be in touch. That's a bad apple. I agree. And you hit 1.2 thousand this week. Thanks, man. I just hit 1.2K. That's awesome. So, yeah, I hit that. I forget what day it was, but yeah, that was awesome. And I always love doing videos, so it's always great. So I'm glad that I hit 1.2K. It's great. I love it. I love it to death.
Paulie on the move.
I'm on the move. I'm gonna get a lot. This one dude was like, "Yo, in a couple months you'll be at 10K," and I'll be like, "I wish." I hope that'll happen, but I doubt it. Randy Vasquez needs some tunes for my channel. Let's keep on chatting. Randy is a great dude to get some tunes for the channel. Get some great stuff. Like, let's see if I can play some of Randy's tunes over here. You know what I'm saying?
Randy on the guitar today, though.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome. That was amazing, dude. Randy is like a savage. Okay, let's turn some Randy Vasquez music down here. But that was, dude, I love that track for my stuffs on the channel. It's amazing, and I love Randy Vasquez. He's a great guy as well. And yeah, I love him. He's great. He's affordable to depending on whatever price range you're looking for, and doing your different things like that, like the intros and outros. And Randy, okay, now you have to pay me for that plug there. Need some tunes. One sec. Yes, I'm buying the new iPad. Come on, Apple. Yeah, iPad Pro wise, do you think they're actually gonna end up going with the notch on the iPad Pro? I think they are. I think they're gonna get a notch on the iPad Pro.
Yeah, they're doing the Face ID thing, then they probably are.
I hate the notch, dude. I hate the notch.
Don't get me started on the notch, Paul.
Oh,
you know how I feel about that.
Let's get you started. I mean,
you know how I feel about the notch, man.
I hate the notch as well. But like, what about, like, I feel like everyone has a different reason on why the notch is so annoying. Like, why do you hate the notch? Because I hate the notch because I feel like it's just obtrusive. It's in your freaking face, and it's so annoying. Like, why do you hate the notch? Because I feel like Drew is someone that's like, oh, I don't even notice the notch. I love the notch. And then John's like, oh, the notch is bad. So it's like, I feel like, I don't know. I just dislike it.
Okay, so let me break this down for you all. I don't really hate the notch. I've gotten used to it, actually. However, the fact that every other Android OEM is starting to embrace the notch makes my skin crawl.
Oh, my
It makes my skin crawl. I don't like it. What is wrong with them? Where's the originality, people?
Oh my gosh. Did you see the Samsung one where like they actually patented or whatever a design?
Did you see my video?
With a notch?
I made a video about that. Samsung better not do it. They better not do it.
They better not. I would be so mad because every phone's gonna have a notch, and I feel like the only way to what's so annoying is everyone makes fun of Apple, but then they straight up rip them off.
Google started it with the Pixel when they kept their headphone jack. Then the next year, they suddenly found their courage and eliminated the headphone jack.
Quote unquote.
It's like a trend.
And what's hilarious about it is that they always make fun of Apple, and then the next year, like, okay, did you see like the original Pixel launch? They're like, and we have a headphone jack, and then the next year they're like,
oh right, right.
And this year we don't have a headphone jack this year. Like they were like trying to hide it under the thing. They didn't have much courage to announce that, but.
So you see this phone in my hand? This is the Galaxy S9 Plus. Currently, it has no notch.
It needs to stay that way. Notch.
Exactly. It is a beautiful device. Infinity display on deck. We do not need a notch, Samsung. Don't mess it up.
It would be so annoying too, because then every phone would look exactly the same.
Exactly. It's terrible.
It looks terrible, and yeah, I hate it. Okay, just quick question: do you prefer the iPhone, not the iPhone, the Samsung design over the iPhone 10s, or do you prefer the iPhone 10 design?
Overall, I prefer the iPhone 10. It looks more classier to me, more sexier, if you ask me.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. As much as I hate the notch, I agree. It definitely looks more premium. And I don't know if that's just the Apple bias, but it just does. For some weird reason, it just looks more professional. So, okay, let's get back to the chat here. Yes, yes, it is a bad Apple. Randy says, I've been writing some stuff today for everyone who's been reaching out. We'll be in touch soon. That's awesome, Randy. Keep it up, my man. Hopefully you'll continuously get continuous work for the rest of your life, dude. I love you. I love you, Randy. Floris Jansen, I'm going to start editing your video. Thanks, Floris. I'm glad you are. If you guys don't know, maybe I'll even put this in the link in the description. Guys, this is one of the reasons why you should follow me on Twitter. 100%. Follow me on Twitter. What are you guys doing if you're not following me on Twitter? But basically what I did was I announced that I'm going to be starting a, like, smallish-ish team that's going to be, like, editing an occasional video for different YouTube channels that I'm launching at the moment. So that's going to be interesting once that all goes down. But what I did was, I announced that I was going to do that, and then when I'm not kidding, I got like 19 or something people that reached out that wanted to edit for me or something. So I was like, okay, so I made this whole Google Drive link, and if you want to go download that to try and edit for me, I guess I'm not really paying much right now. It's just going to be end up commissioning through Patreon and AdSense later on. But yeah, that's going to be awesome if you guys want to check that out. That's why you should follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. It's the hottest Twitter in the game. You know, like all the tweets, retweet all the tweets. That's the most important thing. Whenever we get retweets, it's a lot. So, let's see. Randy is going to pay in subs. I wouldn't recommend that, Randy. Nick says, do you think we get some of those tunes on the Telosive Tech podcast? You should, Randy. You should, Randy. Nick, which side are you on? Part of me thinks you're on Drew's side, but like, which side are you on the whole Linus thing? I feel like you're gonna be on Drew's side. Just a little hunch. But I want to see what you say there. Nick, Randy says, but you outsub me, I can't pay you in subs. Randy says, I'm working on something for the show. That is awesome. Hashtag no notch. Hashtag not my notch. I agree with that. Nick says, sweet, can't wait to hear it. Nick says he loves the notch.
Oh.
Do we have like some sad, depressing music to like play here right now?
We should. It's terrible.
We should. Let's see. Let's play it here.
Nobody likes the notch.
Nobody likes the notch, Nick. Why would you do this? Nobody likes the notch. Okay, we're done with the depressing music. Okay, back to the chat here. Sorry, I accidentally replayed the intro there. Yes, check me out on Twitter, 100%. Yeah, Paul and Vyyper, yep, we're lit here. Randy says, I don't mind the notch, but I rather have as much screen as possible, but for every phone to have it, come on now. I agree, Randy. I think it's straight up stupid that every phone has to get a notch. I think it's dumb. We all think it's dumb. It's stupid. And yeah, so.
Well, my problem with every phone having a notch is that the iPhone's notch was born out of necessity. It was necessary to provide the full functionality for Face ID. None of these Android phones have Face ID, so why do they have a notch?
Okay, this is just kind of speculation to me. I think they would have added the notch either way.
You mean Apple?
Yeah, I think Apple would have added the notch either way because it distinguishes themselves from the rest of the crowd. I don't think they're going to take away the notch anytime soon. I mean, I think they're going to take the notch away. I mean, I think they're going to keep the notch. I think their game plan was to keep the notch because the idea was, oh, no one's going to want this ugly notch or whatever, but when anyone sees the notch, they're going to think iPhone 10. That's marketing.
Yeah, but now they got to change their strategy because everybody's adapting the notch. So Apple could have to change direction on that if that's what they were going to do, which I don't think it was. But
you know what's going to be funny, though? is if Apple of all people is going to get the technology to remove the notch before everyone else. So you're going to have the iPhone 10, which looks beautiful, and then all these other phones are just going to look like straight up garbage Chinese ripoffs of the last iPhone. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be hilarious because I feel like Apple maybe knew that. But what doesn't make sense to me, what does not make sense to me at all, is that the entire Android community bashed the notch. But then the Android manufacturers are making a notch, even though the people blatantly hate the notch.
It is not just that the Android manufacturers are making a notch. It's that Google themselves are actually incorporating support for the notch into their operating system.
I know.
What? No.
And now, even on notchless phones, why do we have to say notchless phones? Like, that's going to be the new feature. Like, imagine at the Apple events, and this phone is notchless. Like, it's getting so annoying that companies are acting like it's a feature. And it's like, even on notchless phones, you can still implement a notch into your thing. So when you're, like, testing apps, there might be a notch.
It's ridiculous, man. Pauly G is ridiculous.
It's sad. It's just straight up sad that we're at this point where companies just have to copy each other. It's like, where's the originality here? It's totally gone. How long are the daily uploads for? I'm trying to go daily as long as I possibly can, though I am going to be maybe not going every single Saturday. I think I'm going to take off Tuesdays just because Tuesdays are never as good for my channel, and it's just kind of like, bleh. So I might as well just take off Tuesdays. It gives me a little bit more time, just because I'm, I got a lot of stuff that I'm doing, and also I have to do some school occasionally. So
Pauly G is like a multimedia mogul over there building a network, so he needs to do all that in the background.
Yeah, and he just all that's in the background. Got to do that at like 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So let's see here. Are these streams weekly? Yes, they are. So I go live every Sunday night at 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes I get off a little bit earlier depending on the chat. Sometimes I get off a little bit later depending on the chat. And then what I'm thinking about implementing is doing like an every other week thing where I also have not a co-host, but like a member of the live stream that's also just, hanging out, and we can talk back and forth and answer some questions together and different stuff like that. And we're starting off with the Vyyper, the man about tech, the captain of Team Apple. So, you know what I'm saying? It's awesome. It's a great way to start off. It's also his first YouTube collaboration, so that's awesome too. And I would love to find a way to get you on a video, but it's just trying to figure that out. I have as John said, it's kind of hard to collaborate with different channels. And I feel like that's the reason why I haven't really thought of a video idea yet. So
yeah, I think probably going forward, it could have to be something to do with sending video via Google Drive. That's probably going to be the best way to do that.
Yeah, I agree. D-Man says the live stream is top notch.
Oh, dude.
Thanks, D-Man.
Somebody kick him out. Kick him out. Kick him out.
Ban D-Man. Okay. Slyness says...
Security!
I know. Yeah, dude. Like, come on, D-Man. It's not top notch. Notch is bad. The notch is bad. But it's so funny, though. Like, when people say, I hate the notch, some people will be like, Minecraft is good. And it's like, no, we're not talking about Minecraft. We're talking about the notch here. So let's see. Check Paul out on Twitter. I agree. My Mustache says sorry, he has to go. No, wait, sorry. No, he says I gotta say that I don't care that the Pixel 3 has a notch. No, the Pixel 3 is gonna have a notch. Oh my gosh.
Nothing's official yet, but it's highly likely since they're incorporating notch support in Android P, whatever the hell they're calling it. Then the Pixel 3 probably more than likely gonna have a notch. Yeah. But it's not official yet.
That hurts.
Yeah, it does.
I thought that Google, of all people, still couldn't figure out how to get rid of the bezels with their Pixel. Like, oh my gosh. That sucks. Zach says, the Pixel 3 better not have a notch. I agree. Crilly says, I'm supposed to be editing my own video for tomorrow, but right now he's watching Paul. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you're watching me instead of editing your video. Don't be productive and watch me. I'm a great role model.
It's not every day that Pauly G is on with the Vyyper.
It's not every day, man. It's never happened before. So you gotta stay in the groove. So Let's see here. Nick says he's with Drew. I'm an Apple sheep all the way through and through. So he's agreeing with Drew 100%. Nick,
I don't have a problem with that. I love Drew. Drew is a great content creator. He's an amazing YouTuber. But we're not gonna agree on everything, and that's perfectly okay.
I love Drew. He's great.
Himself.
I love him. He's great. He's a great guy. But it's just he's wrong. So it's like it hurts. Because it's like why do you want a good ally to be wrong? You don't want that. So, but like honestly now, even if he changed his mind, this is just business standpoint. He really couldn't say it online.
No, not really.
No, like I mean, he has his audience like engaged, and this is something he totally knows this and understands this. But he plays to a certain audience, and I feel like we all play to our own certain audience, and I think that's just because we all know what our audience wants, and if we do something that our audience hates, we totally could lose all of our audience. So, like, for instance, I would totally rip on, even if I hated them, which I don't, but if I totally, like, ripped on people like Randy and John and Drew and all these other people that have kind of, like, all different things have built up. I have tons of people from all those different audiences. If I could totally bash all those creators, I would lose so many people. I don't dislike any of them. I'm just saying that you kind of have to play to the strengths of your audience, and I think Drew has a certain point and agenda to his videos, and that works for him. That, like, makes sense for him, and I think that's just, you know.
Absolutely. If you wouldn't be a good YouTube content creator if you didn't play up to your audience. And Drew said it much in his second video. He said that sometimes his audience wanted him to go full on Apple sheep, so he catered to that urge from his audience.
Yeah, and he caters to. This sounds like really rude, but validating other people's opinions, and I feel like every YouTuber does that, and I feel like that's not a bad thing. It's just his YouTube career. That's kind of what he's been built off.
But on the flip side, that's why I love John so much.
Yeah,
because he doesn't care. He ain't validating nobody's opinion.
Man, he doesn't give a crap about what
anybody
thinks about him, and that's great. I'm trying to incorporate that a little bit more into you know, with just replying to a bunch of people who, you know, just doing everything. And I really liked his video recently about the whole ads, because I get even not businesses that want me to review products, but I get so many people that like want to chat with me for a couple minutes, but then it just never works. And it's just like my time is so much more valuable than to just keep rescheduling for you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you talked about this before. Like, you're not going to collaborate with just anybody. They have to be somebody that brings value to you and your audience. So that's the best way to approach it.
Yeah, and I love what you're doing, so that's why I hit you up. So, yeah.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Definitely appreciate you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you as well. John says he hates the notch. I'm glad you hate the notch, John. We're on the same club. # not my notch. Nick says the notch is not ideal. I would much rather have it over a chin and forehead. Maybe, or even just a slight forehead. The original S9 leaked images were like that was the perfect phone to me. I thought, but I just wish that was the iPhone. I just love the operating system, iOS. As much as it gives me a buttload of bugs, I just love iOS for some weird reason. I love macOS as well. I could never switch to PC. So the notch needs to go. I agree. Curly says, "What's the notch?" The notch is that little thing on the iPhone 10, little bunny ears, where basically it's in the way. It's just like this little notch. I don't know exactly how to explain it. It's just like a bunny ear thing. It's interesting. So, yeah, where are the cameras? Peace, John. TL. Peace, man. What's up, Moliko? What's up, my man? Jesus whiz, my voice just went out. Moliko says, to be honest, I was playing Fortnite with 3 friends, but then another friend joined, and they left me aside. Moliko, I'm sorry, Moliko. That must be a very depressing thing you have to deal with. In this time of tyranny and hardship, I'm sorry. Maybe someday you can play Fortnite with your friends again. I'm sorry, Moliko. This is a dark time for you. Okay, back to the live stream. I just played some sad music.
Time out. Okay. So I'm perusing the chat, and I'm looking at Moliko, and he just said, if you ever switch to PC, you'll never ever be able to go back to Mac OS. He said PC is better than Mac OS. Monaco, no,
No,
man, no,
you are wrong.
no.
Wrong. Dude,
Stop it.
I
He's
love Mac OS.
He is trolling.
I
He is
can't.
trolling.
He's not trolling, dude.
He's trolling.
He's dude. I don't know. Okay, have you ever used Mac OS? Like, do you use like Mac OS in like your job, or do you have a MacBook or whatever?
I got a MacBook, so yeah, I'm definitely familiar with Mac OS.
Yeah, I love Mac OS. Like, just the whole operating system, I feel like it's the only operating system that should exist. I don't like Windows operating system. The only time that I would get a PC is if I was only using Adobe Premiere Pro and only using it for games, not anything else. I hate web browsing in PC. I hate doing anything in PC, and the only pro to PC that I can find is that you can get some higher tech professional parts when you build one yourself. But other than that, I'm totally on the Mac bandwagon. Like, I mean, there is nothing that can change my view on that, you know. And I have a lot of family members that are hating me. And what's kind of funny is I relate to Drew a whole lot because I feel like I'm kind of like the Apple sheep in you know, with like my extended family. Like, everyone else is Windows based, but I'm just over here like, you know, Apple is the best. Apple is the best thing ever. So let's see. No, the chat did not stop, Monaco. What's up, Hope Always? What's up, Hope Always? How you doing? Monaco says, you'll see you would love Windows. Dude, I've used Windows before. It does not make any sense to switch to Windows, dude. I love Windows. I love Mac.
I use Windows every single day at work, and I know firsthand that Mac is better.
Mac is better, man. Mac is better. I used to use Windows. Like, I used to have to build websites on my grandma's computer when I went to my grandma's house, and like, because she has a PC and everything like that, it is like a pain compared to my Mac. Like, I am just so much more attuned to Mac. L Jeffe review says a Hackintosh. What's your view on Hackintosh? Because I know they're making processors, Apple in-house processors. Do you think that's going to totally rip off Hackintosh? I think it is, because you can't buy Apple's processors. Like,
yeah, I mean, you know, to be honest, I'm not too familiar with the whole Hackintosh concept. But yeah, it definitely, Apple starts making their own processors, and I'm guessing they're going to make it harder for people to make their Hackintosh.
Like, basically, all a Hackintosh is building a PC and just hoping that Mac will run on it. Like, literally, just praying to God that it'll turn on. And I know there's like, but what's also funny is that there's such a small selection of pieces to building one that actually would work. Like, I was looking at it. And yes, a Hackintosh would be more powerful, but you're gonna be killed on updates. Like, nothing's gonna work properly. Like, you're stuck on that version. Like, you don't want to screw everything up, because what if Apple changes something because they're Apple and they don't give a crap about anybody, and there's like, oops, here's this change. Like, just like the headphone jack, like, they don't give a crap that the headphone jack is gone. They just rip it off and they just do everything like that. Monaco says, hail Windows.
Yeah, I think we've seen from the line situation that Apple doesn't really give two crap about a consumer when it comes to that.
Seriously.
And I'm the captain of Team Apple, so you know that's bad when I'm saying it.
Yeah, seriously. Aiden says he uses Linux. Are you familiar with Linux? I'm not.
I've never used it, but I am familiar with it. But I've never used it before.
Yeah, same here. I know what it is, Aiden. Like what exactly can you do in Linux? Because I feel like I know a lot of things are based off of Linux, but I just feel like I feel like you're just gonna be so restricted in what you can and can't do just because it's Linux. Like, when you go on websites to download apps, it says download for Mac, download for Windows. I never see a download for Linux. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying Linux is bad, but do you have trouble finding, like, editing stuff? Like, that's what I'm worried about for you, since I know you do YouTube. Monaco says Linux has more stuff than Mac. I mean, you might be right, but I don't know. Really, Monaco? I don't know. Monaco says you are restricted on a Mac. Okay, yeah, I understand that. Vyyper, do you think that Apple should, like, make things less restricted? I kind of feel like I like that Apple is more restricted on it. Like, I know you can get viruses on Macs, but it's a lot harder to, like, just totally screw up your machine. Like everything kind of works more on Mac.
All right, but before you go any further, I was just gonna say that the reason why Mac is so locked down is because it's like you said, Mac have a reputation for not getting that many viruses or little to no viruses at all.
Yeah,
So
and the few viruses aren't that bad. Like PC computers get viruses like crazy. Like there's just always having one, and also they break so much, and you can't just bring it to your HP provider store. Like with Apple, you just bring it to the Apple store. Like I like that everything's in house, and I know a lot of people hate that, but everything's in house. Everything's so tight knit. I mean, I think you agree with that. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole Apple wall garden at work.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, that makes it better because if something does happen with your Mac, it's easier for them to diagnose the problem and fix it because they know what's going on.
What's funny about it is that half the time I'm smarter than the Apple support team. Do you ever have that issue? Like, I go on the Apple support team and I end up figuring it out before them.
Okay. So this is funny that you mentioned that. I haven't had too many issues with Apple products, so I don't know about that firsthand. But with Verizon, when I'm going into a Verizon store, when I'm like looking for a phone or something like that, I am definitely smarter than the entire Verizon sales force. They got nothing on me. They got nothing on me.
Dude, it's so funny though. Like, just hire me. Like, just give me your money and I'll just answer your questions whenever you need them. But it's so funny. So I was at an Apple store and I was buying a screen protector for. At the time, I had an iPod Touch 6th generation, I think it was, and recently the iPhone 6 had come out. And basically, what happened was, so I went to the store to try and get a screen protector for my iPod Touch 6. So I went there, and they're like, "Oh, okay, so this is the iPhone 6 screen protector that should fit the iPod 6." And I'm like, "No, it doesn't. The iPod 6 is way smaller, and it needs it's like a smaller form factor. It's like everyone there thought just because it was a 6, it had the bigger screen." I am not joking you. They gave me an iPhone 6 with a bigger screen, and they was like, "This should fit." And they're like, "Oh, we can."
Bro, you gotta know better than that.
I know. Your own Apple Store employees don't know the difference between the products. Like.
That is atrocious.
I know, and then they were just like, "Oh, well, I guess you could always just cut the screen protector to make it fit." And I'm like, I am not joking you right now.
No, we don't cut anything. That is not our job. You get us the right product, or I'll show you these hands, man. What's going on?
Dude, I was like, what? No, I'll just buy one on Amazon. But what I think is stupid, though, is that the whole not having the pieces that they should have, they don't sell at the time, even when iPod Touches were, like, big in their group, they did not sell iPod Touch cases or iPod Touch screen protectors once the iPod 6 came out, which I think is dumb. You release a new product, your people buy it, and you don't sell it at your store. So... Also, they only bought the last shipment of iPod Touches, and they're not even doing support of it. So,
given the recent situations, I don't find that hard to believe.
Yeah, I mean, do you have like any memories with like the original iPod? Do you think they should have kept it, or you're fine with them removing it? From the store, because I always felt like it was a nice outlet for kids who, for me, my parents didn't buy me a phone, so like I had to save up for an iPod, and that was kind of like my first, oh my gosh, I have a device that can do something on the internet, and my iPod 5 was like the first thing out of that, and that was $300, and I was able to get that from like a Christmas and birthday, and I feel like removing that is really hurting a lot of little kids. So, like, what's your view on that? Do you think, it's going to be more affordable for get into the whole ecosystem?
Well, I mean, with the advent of the iPhone, it kind of made the iPod pretty much obsolete because the iPhone pretty much do everything the iPod does. But even after the iPhone originally came out, the iPods are still there. They stayed around for a while, and I think they're still around today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're on the last shipment, I'm pretty sure. What I don't understand is that, like, what changed? Like what changed? Like, I feel like it was just in a matter of a year, nobody had an iPod. It was all phones.
Okay. So what changed is that nobody probably buying them anymore, especially with the release of the iPhone SE. Once the iPhone SE comes out, you're talking about basically a more advanced iPod right there. So
yeah, that's
after
true.
that, it's pretty much it.
You can buy it without contract. Actually,
there you go.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. You buy an iPhone SE, especially once they get the 2 out there in a month here or so. I mean, for a $350 device, that's almost the same price as an iPod without contract. You're right. Yep, it makes sense for them to take it away now. Yeah, actually, yeah, I agree with that. So. Monica says it's easier to develop on Linux than Mac. Mac is a pain, but in the butt for developers. Honestly, I've heard that a lot of developers prefer going on Mac. Resolve has a Linux version. I did not know that. Monica says it's fake security. I could log into with a root account. I know it does. Apple, you can still get viruses and still get hacked on Apple. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying that it's not as likely. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like on Windows computers, there's just so many more viruses and so many like little click ads that'll just pop up on your computer and stuff.
Me, we are well aware that Apple Mac can get viruses. Have you heard of Meltdown Infector? Yeah, Meltdown Infector don't care what operating system you're on.
Yeah, I know. I agree. Let's see. Zach says, so wait, you're saying I didn't need to load asset security on my new MacBook Pro? I don't know what you're talking about there. Aiden says, in terms of programming, Linux stinks, to be honest. Whenever I need to download programs, I have to hack it to get it to work. It does let you have more control over your computer, and you get less viruses. So, you know, Aiden, I'm glad you're learning how to hack your own computer there to make sure stuff works. Just kind of funny that you have to hack your own computer, but okay. Proud of you for making it work. Anyways. Hail Paul. Okay. Zach says, so wait, you're saying I didn't need, oh wait, sorry, I messed that up. Krilly says, arg, my internet doesn't like live streams. That's sad. Not even on 144p. I'm sorry that your live stream doesn't work, man. So depressing. So depressing. It's very depressing. So, okay. Let's go back here. Malco says it's called MS support. And they told me that an OS issue was other than software issues. I went to the recovery point before the last update and it works. They wanted to reinstall Windows. Okay then.
No. You know, the last thing you want to do is reinstall Windows. I'm glad you figured it out before it got to that point, man.
Yeah, that's sad. Like, there's only been once that I had to reinstall Mac OS. Like totally. Like, I only had one issue where it took me a day to get my computer back and running. It was very depressing and very annoying. The same thing happened with my issue with Origin. They recommended to reinstall Windows. That's stupid, Moloko. Moloko says I just had to fix it myself. D-Man says, Moloko, the reinstall is the 100% solution and the easiest way for support to help you, quote unquote. Moloko says, no, it's stupid. You lose time. I agree. Took me 5 minutes to system restore, and also you lose all your stuff, right? Like, wouldn't you lose all your data if you reset?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's sad. Like, okay, by the way, I have a quick question for you. Do you have issues on, like, your iPad where you can't log into FaceTime?
I don't use it much, but no, usually it works fine. But like I don't FaceTime. Nobody really calls.
Yeah,
I haven't had any issues.
For some reason, my family's been having FaceTime issues. FaceTime won't accept on my computer, and my sister can't log into FaceTime on her iPad or her iPod. So that's stupid. Let's see. That's why forums exist. Yeah, D-Man, half the time, forums never have my daggone problem. Aiden says, I guess I gotta go with the Wi-Fi went out. That sucks, Aiden. I'm sorry your Wi-Fi went out. I'm on my phone now. Sorry to see you guys later. Peace, man. We're gonna be wrapping up this live stream in the next couple minutes here. It's about 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we got 5 more minutes on the stream. Let me know in the comments below what you want to talk about before we wrap up here. So... Malco says MS support is poop. That interesting. Malco, not necessary. You can just reinstall Windows. Even better if you have an external SSD. Interesting there. Zach says, I have a question about Epidemic Music at $15 a month. If I take a break, what if I take a break from YouTube? Not planning to, but I need to continue to pay for it. Nope, you do not need to continue to pay for Epidemic Sound. Do you use Epidemic Sound? Vyyper? No.
No, but I hear it's awesome though.
The biggest downside of Epidemic Sound is everyone uses it. So, like, no, I'm not joking you. That's a big downside. I try my hardest not to use a song that I've heard in any other video because I get so mad when I hear songs over and over and over again. So you have to like deep dive into Epidemic Sound's library. What's funny is I've had to stop like. giving people the songs that I've used in my videos, just because people take them and then use them in their own, and it makes me so mad because I found that original song, and it's like, now I can't use that anymore because you used it for your audience, and now I'm mad because now I can't do that and I'm not having it. So yeah, that was a rant.
So Paulie G, I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's your question?
So I know you got an interview with Vyyper Tech and Telosa Tech coming up.
Yeah.
But as far as like smaller creators like myself, who's next, man? Who's next?
Who's next? So, I have someone who's next. It looks to be. Are you aware of the Reeds?
Don't think so.
They have about 1.3 thousand subscribers, but they edit for John Hill and Sarah Dietschy and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
nice.
They said they were down to do an interview, so I'm about to message them after the stream, and we should be hitting them up. So that should be the next conversation with, and after that I would love to get JTL, Painfully Honest Tech on the show.
Oh, you going out the Painfully Honest Tech, huh? Okay,
I want him so bad. I'm gonna start doing like a campaign to get him on. I would love to have Roberto Blake, but he didn't say yes at the first time. So maybe I'll ask again.
Roberto Blake hasn't got back to you yet?
No, he has not.
Oh, dude, I gotta work on that. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna.
Hold on.
Now that John's on there, after Telosa goes on, I'm gonna ask him again.
All right. Before we go any further, shout out to my man Monaco in the chat here, pimping me out. I appreciate you, Monaco. Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Go subscribe to Vyyper. Link in the chat. Go Monaco. What's up? Paul made me DM after the stream on Discord. Sure, hit me up. Zach says, one question for you, Vyyper. Why do you spell your name with one Y sometimes and other times with three? I want to ask you that too, Vyyper. Just get your name right, man. Is it one or three Ys? Why not two Ys? Okay, what's the reason for three?
We got a juicy question. I like this. All right. So basically, when I was trying to get the channel name down on YouTube, the one Y was taken, so I had to use three Ys. Preferably, I would like to just use the one Y when I can. But as far as actually naming a channel, I couldn't use one Y because somebody else already had it.
Oh,
so
that sucks.
That's why. Yeah.
Can I also, with that whole scenario, I can't use @Paul Groseclose on all my social media because this one dude on Twitter who has an inactive Twitter account has his username @Paul Groseclose, and it ticks me off.
So another crazy thing about your name, I was Googling you today, and apparently you met your end in 2009. Apparently, I'm not sure how that came about, but yeah.
I met my what?
You met your end.
Oh gosh, I don't know where you found that, man. I met my end.
Google is a painful thing, so don't Google yourself.
Yeah, man. Okay, that's freaky. Apparently, I died in 2009. Okay. What's up, Little Gecko Production? I'm glad you hopped on for the stream here. We're about to wrap up. We got 2 more minutes on the live stream. Hit the clock. What's going on? So, Monaco, my man Monaco says, if you want to support Paul economically, not needed. And he links to my Patreon. Not needed. Thanks, Monaco. Anyways, so Paul is dead. I am dead. I'm dead inside, apparently. I guess I died in 2009. In 2009, where was I in 2009? I was in preschool. So, go follow Paul on Google+. Don't follow me on Google+. Do you have Google+? Or are you a Google+ user? Or?
I don't really use it too much, but I have it.
I have it too. I don't think anyone uses Google+ anymore. Like, that's
so
dead. It's so dead, though. So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up.
Snapchat's gonna join it.
Oh yeah, seriously, the only way Snapchat could survive is if Facebook ends up getting sued and goes bankrupt, and then Instagram Stories doesn't exist. And
pretty much, yep.
Yeah, that's the only way. Did you see the new Snapchat? It's like, oh yeah, it's always like John was talking always about like. You like doing the actual like you need to get the software experience back up and running for Snapchat, and Snapchat's like, oh, you know what our solution to getting better software? Group Snapchat calls. That's gonna fix everything. Like,
man,
no.
Snapchat, you're dead.
Snapchat,
stay dead.
they need to go down. quietly and sadly. So, Molecule, yes, I used to use Google Plus a long time ago. Yes, I did. You don't have to bring it back up. So, okay. Later, Paulie G, Vyyper, and the gang. Peace, Mike Van Doozy. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the live stream. Yeah, is there anything you want to say as we wrap up here?
Just appreciate you all following the live stream tonight. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Exactly, it's at Vyyper, as it's spelled in my channel name. If you got a moment, feel free to check out my channel. Hit the sub button if you like my content, and I'll see you guys later.
Awesome. Peace, everyone. I will see you in the next live stream, which is next Sunday, 9 at whatever time it is, because my brain just farted again. So, I will see you guys tomorrow for the next episode of the #SPL Show. Peace, everyone. I will see you in the next one.
Later.